But in the next 5 to 10 years, a lot of people's jobs will be obsolete, which isn't a bad thing. One of the reasons is, as I said, we'll be able to make our own products in our own home, or at least locally. We don't have to depend on a global commercial manufacturing system, not even for food. I know it sounds scary, but it's not. Imagine, and we'll do that in the next video. Imagine 100 to 200 years ago, let's say 200 years ago, mankind is thousands and thousands and thousands of years old. Imagine just 200 years ago, somebody said to you, well, you'll be able to walk into a door. There'll be this big giant store, and you'll be able to buy your meat and buy your eggs and buy your cheese. And there'll be even packaged stuff that you've never heard of before. There's be thousands and thousands of treats to choose from. And imagine that you'll be able to open a door, walk into a box with wheels, just like what your cart is made out of now, but it'll run all by itself. Imagine that you will have a multitude of cities to work from and countries to work through, and that you could get on a tube that would fly in the air and take you from country to country if you don't want to live here anymore. They would have thought you were like, they would probably put you in jail or in a silent asylum because they would think that you're like messed up. That was only 200 years ago. So for me to say that some of this stuff is going to happen in 5 to 10 years from now, it's not really that far fetched. Think about it. Ryan asked me, what is going to happen in the future when it comes to what's happening with our politics in Canada, in the United States, in Europe? This was a question that Ryan posed to me. He's afraid of what is happening. In his words, I feel like we're going to become communist and that all of the powers that be have control and we're slowly losing control. I asked him, what do you do to make a difference? He goes, I go to all the rallies. I donate tons of money. I make people aware and awake. I talk about it all the time about why the system is broken, that I try to make people see that there's a fundamental problem with our culture and with our politics. And I said, no, you're doing it the wrong way. And he's like, what? So then I gave him this quote. It's by R. Buckminster Fuller. You never change things by fighting the existing reality. To change something, build a new model that makes the existing model obsolete. And as you guys know, I have constantly been talking about the Great Divide. I've been talking about this for 2.5, almost 3 years. Go look at my Substack and you'll see that I wrote about it. The Great Divide is not because everything just goes into chaos and we split. It's very similar to the parting of the sea. Maybe that was a metaphor. I'm not a big Bible person, but hey, I think some of the stories are very metaphorical. Parting of the sea. And everyone can walk down that path. And you choose what side, what way you want to live. Now, 20% of the people here on planet Earth are living an alternative lifestyle. They've been doing it for quite some time. Got alternative schools, alternative foods, alternative way of lifestyles, communities, etc. What if it was 50%? That's huge. It might not even be 20%. I'm probably overestimating that. So 50% will live one way, monetary system, government system, medical system, and the other will live a completely different, altered version of that, very far removed from the first one. That's the splitting, that's the divide, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. So then I said to him, which way do you want to go? He goes, well, I want to go over here. I go, well, then you don't have to convince them about what's going on there because it really doesn't matter. And there's no point in going over here and convincing them about what's wrong because they're perfectly happy where they are. So you go make a difference. As he says, create a superior, innovative system that directly is a direct confrontation with the established paradigms that are happening right now. True change comes from creating a new model, not trying to fix the old one. Yeah.